Agroforestry describes a set of management practices in which elements of agriculture and forestry are incorporated on the same unit of land. Silvopasture, in particular, involves the opportunity to grow forestry timber, non-timber forest products, as well as forage understory so that we can get the benefits of shade for our livestock, mitigating erosion issues in some sites. We also have the opportunity to incorporate more carbon back into the system. And then it also provides for wildlife habitats. The site that I'm standing on is a degraded timber stand that was here. It was actually part of an old homestead. And so we went through with a forester and selected those trees that we wanted to leave. The rest of the understory was cleaned out. Our next job was to broadcast seed a number of cool season species in the understory. Those included endophyte-free tall fescue, orchard grass, smooth brome grass, meadow fescue, perennial ryegrass, as well as some bluegrass. Orchard grass does well with shade. Fescue does okay, and smooth brome does well under shade as well.
The Overstory had some good trees, some of which you see behind me, some hickory, some black walnut. Another species that was on this stand was white ash. It's a good tree for silvopasture reasons. In 2017, we noticed evidence of the emerald ash borer. So there's really no choice on this site than to remove those trees. That left us with a situation of not really having enough trees here. So, can we plant trees and have them protected in a way that allow livestock still to utilize the site? And the answer, we think, is yes. This is a Arbor Shield, and it has barbs on it, very much like a barbed wire. All right, it has 3 rebars to hold it in place, and it's doing a fine job. It is not pleasant to work with, and it is also not cheap. On this side of me, we have the fixed knot. This is basically a tomato cage, also with 3 rebars holding it in place. The other is a tree tube. This is a Tubex brand. There are other brands. An advantage of these, generally speaking, is that it's like a greenhouse effect, so the tree does shoot up faster. But for the most part, these did not do well at all. They have not stood up to the pressure from the cattle. And the fourth is simply planting a tree with no protection at all, and I bet you can guess what happened to those. They're not there. I want to share with you a little bit again about the species that we planted. One is red oak. It has potential timber value, and black locust. It's a fast-growing tree, has a good kind of shade, and it also improves the site by fixing nitrogen. We also planted pine trees because of the kind of diffusion of light that they let through, and they're fast-growing. And just for fun, we also planted some American chestnut. First column you'll see status, or if the black locust was alive. And in the case of the tree tubes, a lot of that was missing here on this last round. And then the third column is browse damage. And the locust is very evident with that. It's also a species that is a preferred browse. And the overall picture that we're seeing is that there is browse pressure, but that the pressure does not seem to be detrimental to the overall health of the tree. But now let's look at red oak. And again, we have these 3 same columns. Is it alive? Are they damaged or missing? And then the browse damage. The cheapest method for tree protection was this tube. This added up to about $4. The next most cost-effective option was the fixed knot. It's about $8 and seems to work pretty well. And the Arbor Shield adds up to about $25. And so quite a difference in price, and we don't see a lot of difference in functionality between the Arbor Shield and the fixed knot.